How goes it all? Welcome back to Patterson L Properties. Hopefully you guys having a great and exceptional day. All right, so this is a very interesting topic and unique topic that I came across the other day. Today I take you to the beautiful city of brotherly love, known as good old Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which is basically 2.5 hours away from where I grew up at in Woodbridge, Virginia, the DMV area, Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Before I get started, remember that once upon a time in the United States of America, there used to be a lot of factories all over the country, all right, from Illinois, Michigan, New York City, California. You still have a couple of factories in the South and certain parts of the Midwest, but darn near every state in the United States of America produced products. All the products that we utilize today, majority of those products at one time, back in the the beginning of the Industrial Revolution in the late 1800s, early 1900s. All the clothes and the foods and the products that we consume, majority were made in the United States of America. All the cars were made in the United States of America. Appliances from washing machines and dryers and stoves, microwaves, all produced in America. But since the 1970s up to the 1990s or to today, 90% of the factories in this country are basically no more. Lots upon lots of the buildings have been demolished or have been collecting dust and rotting away for decades. Even in places like Reading, Pennsylvania, where I purchased real estate, lots upon lots of factory buildings have rotted away or have been turned into nightclubs, gyms, restaurants, apartments, shopping centers, etc. and so forth, which I think is a brilliant thing. So today I'm talking about, ironically, we're in Pennsylvania, the Hawking Building in Philadelphia, PA. According to the article, a former carpet mill in the heart of Kensington is getting new life as a mixed-use development with 48 units of subsidized affordable housing and 70,000 square feet of commercial space. Impact Services have owned the massive brick building at A Street and East Indiana Avenue for more than 4 decades. The nonprofit expects to invest upwards of $70 million into the 127-old property over 2 phases of construction. The first of which is slated to wrap up this week. Roughly half of the project's funding to date has come from low-income housing tax credits. The City of Philadelphia Industrial Development Corporation, the Reinvestment Fund, and the Borough Family Foundation also contribute to the effort. And this is what I'm talking about, family. You cannot talk politics unless you're talking about economics, aka getting tax credits and access to capital, regardless of who's sitting in the White House, Governor's House, or Mayor's House. Jesse Lawrence, Director of Real Estate for the Philadelphia Housing Development Corporation, stated that we know that the need for affordable housing is great. We know that it's real. And we know that this particular achievement is taking on the affordable housing crisis face to face, because that's what America has, an affordable housing crisis. From rental properties to people trying to buy a property for themselves, or people trying to just rent a place, it is overpriced. And I'm a bigger fan of income-based housing than I am quote-unquote Section 8 housing, because income-based housing means you actually have a job and you actually are a contributing member of society. You're not just sitting somewhere getting high and doing craziness. You have proof of income statements. You just can't afford the quote-unquote average value of the city that you live in or the county that you reside in. So I'm a bigger fan of income-based housing compared to quote-unquote Section 8 housing. But Section 8 housing from a business standpoint is a beautiful thing because it's guaranteed profit for you. So, it's a gift and curse when it comes to anything. But I think this is a great effort, and I just wanted to definitely talk about that. All right, so now Jesse Lawrence stated that, and basically, we know that the need for affordable housing is great. We know that it's real, and like I said, they're taking it face to face. Since this renovated building that you see behind me is considered to be the Mills redevelopment project, the nonprofit organization basically following suit, just like various other people, by opening up gyms, coffee houses, and other aspects of gentrifying the community. The article ended on this note, stating that the Mills redevelopment project will offer 1 to 2 to 3 bedroom apartments, which is not just for single people and people just starting out or retirees, but people with families as well. The majority of them will be for the people earning 50% of the area's median income, a statistic that includes population beyond Philadelphia. 50% of AMI translates to $51,000 for a three-person household. The units have an industrial aesthetic with high ceilings, hardwood floors, and big windows, but they are priced below market rate and are expected to remain that way permanently. So it's like a kind of like if you know anything about rent control in New York City, it was the biggest city to have it. And I get it for certain buildings. Now for the whole city, not a big fan of it, because then that kills profit for a lot of people who trying to actually make money in the rental business. As far in the real estate business from a rental property perspective. But to have certain buildings that are slated for that, therefore you're getting tax breaks, and therefore, the federal, state, and local government is incentive for giving you tax incentives for you to have these kind of properties. That I'm all for, okay? But anyways, but they are priced below market rate and expected to remain that way permanently. Monthly rents range from $650, which is great, to $900, because this used to be what a lot of apartments were priced at in Philadelphia before gentrification came. Now in Philadelphia, your average rent is becoming $1,800 plus for a one bedroom. The average cost of a home in Philadelphia is $500,000. The city is transforming, just like Washington, D.C. And then, like I said, Baltimore, as far as everybody knows, for their own edification, it will be the last gentrified city on the eastern seaboard of the United States of America. So if you want to still own a rental property on the East Coast, Baltimore might be the city for you. But do your research, do your homework, don't just listen to some guy on YouTube. And residents will only be required to cover 30% of their adjusted monthly income. Philadelphia Housing Authority will cover the balance. They hope to open their doors by the end of 2024. And on that note, I think this is a small but great answer to the affordable housing crisis that's in the United States of America. Will this work in every single city and state? No, because every single city and state in the United States of America operates differently, and the needs of the residents are different all at the same time. But however, this is great because the majority of the American cities across the country are basically becoming places for the well-to-do to live, and only the middle class and the poor to either be homeless or just working and then pay tolls and outrageous parking fees in order for them to have a job there, and then go back to the suburbs, which are still expensive, but they're just not as expensive as living in the major cities. All right, so it's interesting. Hopefully this program works, slowly but surely, so you can keep the, I like to say, the authenticity of a major city, because a lot of these major cities have become boring, dull, predictable places because the authenticity of the people who used to live there no longer can afford to live there anymore. All right, so on that note, don't forget Patterson L Properties. We wholesale real estate in the Reading, Philadelphia, Harrisburg, Allentown, Lebanon, Pennsylvania area, that whole triangle. So give us a shout out. We'd love to talk to other investors, wholesalers. If you have a distressed property, give us a call. We'll go from there. We're all about helping people out. And we do it in the DMV area all at the same time, all right? Don't forget, if you're a stock market investor, crypto investor, individual, time account investor, don't forget to check out WEBULL, Stash, Acorns, Crypto.com, Coinbase, all those platforms you'll be able to make some money moves, especially with the GS Partners. We not only have the opportunity to buy crypto, but you have the opportunity to buy NFTs known as non-fungible tokens, make money off of those referrals and all that great stuff purchasing. All right, so on that, do the great three things: like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. As I always say, make money moves. You're going to live out like a fool. Remember, you can't get fired if you own the company. It's 2023, going into 2024, September 2023. It's time for you to go out there, do your best, work hard, play hard. It's time for you to own something. Take care.